Hey y'all. You already know I'm already on my break. I'm like, let me get on break again. Well, not get on break again, but go on live while on my break. And I had to come on here with an interesting article. Let me turn my car off because I'm burning gas. But I found another interesting article that I thought that would be interesting to talk about. And let's see, y'all. It's about basically people moving back in with their parents. And how I got the idea to pull up this article was because I feel like y'all are all in y'all, or maybe I'm all in your face. Trying to get used to this set, to this what I invested in, but I don't know. Let's just get used to it. And I hope this mic set up too. Child, I don't know how to act with this. Look, the mic and everything. But yeah. So I was on TikTok, and with my algorithm and how it's set up, I'm always looking for interesting topics to talk about, like current events. And I did run across a few videos of people discussing like moving back in with their parents and how things are just too high right now. They're too expensive, inflation and all that. So I pulled up this article by Alaire Conte. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. But I'm going to read from here and then give like my points of view on things. I thought I brought my highlighter with me, but I didn't. It's I left it behind. But let me read this. So, living at home is becoming a defining feature of a generation. Nearly half of parents today have had an adult child move back in, according to a recent survey from Thrivent. So, it's basically saying how the shift made sense because of everything that's going on. But it's a part that caught my attention where it says it's even more concerning. What's even more concerning is that many young adults aren't saving at all. So they're moving back in with their parents, but they're not saving. Hey, thanks for joining the live. They're not saving as much money because they're spending it on frivolous items or like luxury things that aren't really considered like a necessity. So, and they said when they do save, it's often not enough to close the wealth gap. Millennials report having an average of 110,556 in savings. Who got that much in savings? And what are they doing? Besides moving in with their parents. Nearly half of the average savings held by boomers. Did I read that wrong? They said, and when they do save, it's often not enough to close the wealth gap. Millennials report having an average of somebody in there lying. Nearly half of the average savings held by boomers, according to a 2025 Newsweek survey, and nearly 1 in 5 millennials has no savings at all. Okay, there we go. Nearly yeah, I figured. At a time when rents are softening and financial habits could be sharpened, many young adults are falling further behind, not despite living at home, but perhaps because of it. And they're basically saying how parents are paying too. And they said that Thrivent's data reveals that 38% of parents with adult children at home have seen their retirement savings take a hit. Also, 39% say it's affected their ability to save for near-term goals like travel, home repairs, or health care. Yet 60% of young adults say their parents never discuss these trade-offs with them. This article is a little different. I should have did a little bit more reading before I pulled it because I don't think, and this is just my point of view based on the little that I did read, but it's not taken into account. And this was created or published July 1st, 2025. But it's not taking into account how several people, I don't know the percentage, have been laid off and lost their job. You feel me? So I don't know. But what I came on here to say about this topic was if you have the ability to to move in with your parents, do so. Like, we're in a time right now where you shouldn't be giving a damn what people think about you. As long as you're doing what you need to do to help your situation, to help your circumstance, to help elevate you, don't think about or worry about what other people are going to think about you if you move back home. Like, I know for me, like what people are experiencing right now, as far as like lack of jobs, thank God I had experienced that like right after grad school. I talk about that a lot in my, other videos, but things that people are going through like right now, please, that was me, what, in 2017, 18? Oh yeah, I'm landing a job, but the job ain't enough to even support anything really. Like, it's limited. So if that was me back then, now I don't know what I would do. But I see a lot of videos on TikTok, other social media platforms where people are moving back in. Like, they need to save money, they need to make a way. They can't find a job. They either been laid off. Like, I mentioned that yesterday in my other live, where you know how you start to like videos and your algorithm will continue to push out those videos that you like or you comment on. So that's a majority of what my YouTube looks like, because I just like being oh no. Mm-mm. It's my friend texting me. I'm like, oh girl. Oh, oh no, no, no. But anyways, back to the topic. But yeah, so like, if you're able to, because not everybody has the best relationship when it comes to their parents. Some people can move back home, some can't. Some don't have the best relationship with their parents, some do. So it depends on what kind of family you came from, what kind of bond you have, relationship you have. But if you're able to move back in and it will help your situation, you know your situation more than anybody else, go ahead and move in. Don't care about what people say. As long as you know you have a plan, as long as you know that you have an idea of what you want to do, your goal, how much money you want to save, how much money you want to have for retirement, 401k, your whatever, when it comes to finances, and you have an idea, move back in with your parents. Don't be caring about what other people got going on. But the thing is, where I could believe that part in the article that I just read, where it says, Mimi, Mimi, you said Jesus is coming back again soon. I agree, Mimi. I do. I do, because we've heard that nonstop growing up, but the way things are looking, I wouldn't be shocked. So, but thanks for commenting. Um, so yeah, like, well, I lost my train of thought. But if you're able to do it, like, how things are looking for you financially. It used to be kind of a thing, I know, as far as like the American culture, for like Haitian American or Haitians, Caribbean Islanders, that's the norm, but here it's a little different, where it's kind of frowned upon if you're living at home with your parents at a certain age. People judge, but that's really a common thing in other cultures. You feel me? So if it's something you feel like it's going to help your situation, and you have parents that are accepting, that are supportive, that are loving, then by all means do what you have to do. And like I said, it's easy to be affected about what people may think about you, but they ain't paying your bills. Like, that's my perspective on things. They ain't paying your bills, they ain't financing you, they ain't, so why should you care? So I thought the article was interesting, but now I'm looking back at it. I wish you would have taken into account the current events that are going on, especially with the mass layoffs, especially with it mentioned that rent has gone down a little, but what does that matter if people are also losing their jobs and they can't afford cost of living in general? But if you are going to move back home, yeah, you'll have some extra money, for yourself, but you're going to have to put that away. I'm not saying not enjoy yourself, not to live life, but also take into account that anything can happen at any time. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about that a little bit, see how y'all doing, check in on y'all. How's everyone's day going? I always like to ask how everyone's day is going, how everyone is feeling, how's work going. If you're not working, you unemployed, what's that looking like for you? I remember when I was unemployed, baby, I was trying my best. I was applying nonstop. But also if you are unemployed, watching from, hi, is it Russ Zach? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I really love when people from like different countries are watching. That's so interesting to me. I really hope I could travel more. I really do. But when you're on a mission to try to save, you can live life. As you can see from my shorts and my videos, I be trying to live. And that's another thing I should comment on. Let me I hope the sound coming out okay. Like, try your best. There's always free things that you could look into to enjoy. Just because you're unemployed, that does not mean that you should be stuck at home, not trying to still find a way to get out and just try to feel good. I always say, like, if you're not feeling your best, get in the sun, walk, take a walk, go to the park. I know things are pricey. I know things are stressful. I know that the with inflation, with our economy, it's very, very extremely depressing. But there are ways around trying to be sure that you stay in the most, I don't know, in a more like positive space, even though things just aren't looking good out there. Every time you scrolling, you see this person lost their job. Every time you on YouTube, this person just got laid off. This person got evicted. I'm like, well, damn. Do y'all have good news? But I just remembered, and like I said, I'm always going to try to give opinions, my best opinions based on experiences and my perspective. Of course, that's what opinions are, but and advice. But still, try to socialize. Don't keep yourself like hidden away or doubting yourself or thinking because you're unemployed, you're just lacking. No, because you're gonna put yourself, you might have a moment to where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not working. I'm not bringing in any money. Things ain't going good for me. And you're starting to question your worth. But if that does occur, shake that off, go outside, get you some sun, hang out with somebody, do something. If you're the type where you're an introvert, okay, you can still go to the park. The park is free. Hell, you can go to the beach. You can go find something to do. Find something to do so you don't stay in that negative headspace. But yeah, because hopefully if I can help even one person out there, then I feel like this channel would be worth it, right? So y'all, when I tell you I was struggling this morning, I was struggling. I went to sleep late and I'm like, woke up, I was like, oh shoot, we gotta rush. So I'm rushing to get to work. I'm like, oh my goodness, am I even gonna get on live? But getting on live is, I'm really getting used to it now. So, and the people that I follow, they're always saying when you get on live, you're able to get a little bit more comfortable with being in front of the camera. And I know as far as myself, I'm trying to be more comfortable in front of the camera. And for anyone who's out there who's trying to be more consistent with their content or even start, it's gonna be some raggedy people that hop on your live and have negative things to say. Baby, block. Block, block, block. That's what I do. I be like, I don't be caring. I be reading comments like, dear God, have some decorum about yourself. So yeah, hopefully it'll push you and motivate you to still get out there and just do your thing, or get on here and do your thing. But y'all, I'm about to hop off. I got like 15 minutes. Hey Jaden, thanks for joining. I have about 15 minutes left of my break. And it be the most random questions. I don't know what that is, Jaden, but thank you for joining. I hope you subscribe. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Um, and enjoy yourself. Why? Why, Jaden? Y'all crack me up. But anyways, y'all, enjoy your day. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you don't want to, that's